Hey guys, it's ACairconditioner and welcome back to pretty much the finale of Midsummer Island Adventure. Unfortunately, this is the end of our vacation on recording. So, if you guys may be wondering what exactly I'm going to be covering this time around. Well, let's get back to the past and explain what we did last time. So, last time, if you're following through the playthrough, we pretty much were able to see all the small mini games, like the golf like one and the tennis like one. We pretty much showcased a lot of them, not all of them, but most of them that I could find. Not just that, but we were also able to complete the last main event of the four, which is called Heart Possum Bombs Loaded, Blow 'em Away. Now, if you notice my bomb count's a bit lower than last time, it's because I've been playing a bit more of that off screen, so I can show you exactly what we're going to be showing today. What I'm going to show you guys today is pretty much the big rewards that you're going to get from participating in this event thoroughly. Not just that, but also, give me a second. Sorry, something is wrong with my throat. But I'm also going to be showcasing some of the video advices, rather, or like I'm going to be giving you a small advice about the Golden Apple Archipelago, because this island is not permanent. As Alice told us, this is in fact a vacation home for Klee, but vacation doesn't last forever. Summer has to end sometime. So that's what we're going to be showcasing today. Starting off with the event shop. We finally touched on it. There are two types of currencies in this event. They are the Shiny Flotsam and the Mini Heart Pestum. If you're wondering how to get these, the Shiny Flotsam is gone through just taking down the monster's floating structures, which is part of the Main Cannon Make Ready Fire event. And the Mini Heart Pestum is gone by taking out small monster camps on land by using the bombs or your characters. If you're wondering where you can find these are for the Mini Heart Postums, and these are for the Shiny Flotsams. You can get them. You can see you can get them right there. Now, if you're playing this with me, and you're one of those people that are like, oh, I want to get every single quest for these events done, then your life will be a lot easier. Here's the reason why. Each time you complete a shiny, you complete one of those small water-based, or each time you defeat one of those like small aquatic bases on the ocean. That's what it's called, because I don't know what they're specifically called. Then you get Shiny Flotsam. And one of the missions is, well, one of the missions of that event, it tells you to get 2,000 Shiny Flotsam. Right there. If you got that, which is pretty much the max you can get, then you're pretty much good to go. You don't need any more Shiny Flotsams. But the Mini Heart Possums are different, as you get 300 for taking out each camp, but as you take down 9 monster camps, will get you a total of 2,700. You want 4,500 if you want to get all the rewards, so you're gonna have to play a bit more of this on your own, which is what I did. So if it's a recommendation, use full explodies. Those things does so much damage plus AoE, and if you hit the right spot, they can take down like 5 enemies at once. Small enemies, not big ones. So recommendations for these abilities if you really want to get things over really fast. I made 60 of them, and I only used up to 50, so you really should be fine. Just make like 60 of each, and you should be golden. There's no way you should have any trouble with that, unless you're really bad at the game. In that case, I don't know what to tell you. No offense, but let's go to the defense shop and let me tell you why. So, there's two different types of shops. There's the Shiny Flotsam one and the Mini Heart Postum one. The Shiny Flotsam one actually requires you to get up to 2,000. So as long as you did that main mission, you should have enough to get all these goodies right here. So starting off with the small ones, we have these. We have these event or talent books. Whenever you see this up for sale, and you know you can get that much, always go for it. These talent books are very rare, especially seeing these 4-star ones. So it's very recommended that you go for these talent books as it's valuable. Next up are these little furnishings. You always want furnishings in my opinion because it helps you level up your Serenity Pot trust drink. It will help you by unlocking more recipes, which you can make these for the first time and increase your trust drink on your Serenity Pot. So that's always helpful. And now the last two. Obviously is Crown of Insight. This is for talent ups yet again. Always go for Crown of Insights. They're super rare to get, so because the only time you can get Crown of Insights are usually through events that are limited. So always go for the Crown of Insight. Like if you're lazy, you just want to get the 2 big things. It's usually Crown of Insight and one more thing or 2 more things. That's exclusive to this event. In this case, it's something known as the Northlander Bullet Trove. A precious strong box containing a bullet capable of the potential is capable of changing its shape to fit the wishes of its owner. So if we get this, I'll showcase what that does later. But yeah, exactly 200 shiny flotsam, and you get all this for free. You get all of this. So there's your reason why you want to get 2,000 shiny flotsam, other than just for the missions. You can get all of these great rewards here. And by the way, this is an event shop, so close within 10 days after of this recording. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. It might be on the tail end of this event, so you should not have too much trouble. Just it's not that hard to get 2,000 shiny flotsam. Just beat the camps 10 times, and you should be good to go. Next up is the Mini Harpossum event shop, which has a lot more valuable things. First off, we have these First off, we have this Mora. Mora is an absolute necessity because I mean seriously, that's 10,000 more for every purchase, and that's 24 purchases, so you get 240,000 Mora. So that's awesome. And we have Mystic Enchantment Ore is for your weapons. Just spend 500 and you get that, and you get all 100 of them. Next up, we have these we have these 3-star weapon accession materials. Once again, you really don't need this if you don't want the camps that bad. Like if you hate the camps that much, you don't have to go for this much. But I think the camps are fun to beat, so I went for this. I'm going for all of that. Plus, it's always nice to have these weapon accession materials in the case you care about leveling up your weapons all the way through. Next up are some more furnishings. We have now these may look familiar to you guys.
With the wind!
Ah yes, use my wind tornado and waste it. That's definitely my plan. If these are familiar to you guys, you pay very much attention to a lot of these stuff, because the next rewards that you get, funny enough, is the event after you complete the final story, are the furnishings that you see right here in this final island. We have the Feather Light Praise, which is actually the Harpossa ball that we have equipped right here. If you see right there, that's the furnishing that we're getting right now. So it's a nice touch. So you can buy this. We also have the Blue Ocean's Treasure, which is the shelves that we saw in the camp. You can see one that's kind of blurred out right here, and that's pretty nice. We're gonna get that. But most importantly, that's awesome, the Witch's Chorus, and you know exactly what this thing is. This is the device that was built by Alice for Klee, and this is the thing that we saw in the very beginning at the trailer from the very start. That was Dodo King's voice. The Dodo King is Alice, and this is how she was able to tell us about this. It's probably a recording as well, but regardless, this is cool. One of the blueprints, one of the furniture blueprints is one of the objects that we're looking for. So in a way, we do get this as a reward. I honestly thought we weren't gonna get that, but we do technically get it, and we know what it's called. It's called the witch, and it's called the Witch's Chorus, which explains Alice's role as she is a quote-unquote witch, otherwise known as a great mage of pyrotechnics, I'm guessing. That's awesome. The last up, I'm pretty sure some people saw this coming because they saw the trailers. Dodico Tails. This is of course the main weapon of the main weapon reward of this event. We never had something like that in 1.5, but we did have something like this in 1.4 and 1.2. If you guys remember the Festering Desire, I did not record that one, so maybe you guys may not remember it. That was like way back, but you guys definitely will remember the Windbloom Ode. That is the bow that you get from the Windbloom Festival. Dodico Tails is pretty much that. It's still a catalyst. And this is supposed to be Klee's true signature weapon. Normal attacks hit opponents by normal attack hits on opponents increase charged attack damage by 60% for 6 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. So it's pretty much just damage, and more damage. It's not much. This is pretty much just Klee. I can see why this is a Klee signature weapon. That's nice. Also, we have these fragments of innocence, which I'll explain what they do, but let's just buy them real quick. And that's exactly, and that's all of the Mini Heart Possums that we bought. Now let me showcase these things that we got here. First off, we have these furnishings we can learn, and we also have this Northern Billet Trove. Now what does this do? If we use it, we can get one of these billets, which if you don't know what billets are, these are basically items that are used to make prototype weapons, or these are used to craft a specific weapon. If you remember the the Dragonspine weapons, that includes the Dragonspine Spear and the it's the Snow Tomb Star Silver or something like that. Hold on, I think I have them made. Yes, the Snow Tomb Star Silver. Now a lot of people maybe want to go about the Frostbearer. The Frostbearer is also something that you can make as well. It is a blueprint. But yeah, the 3 weapons I'm talking about here is the Frostbearer, the Snow Tomb Star Silver, and there's one more weapon. It's not the Skyward Spine, no. It's a different Polearm weapon, which is what I wanted to hear. The Dragonspine Spear. These are all craftable weapons that you got as a blueprint of sorts. And of course we also have the prototype weapons that I actually am using one right now. We have Racer with the prototype Archaic. These things. These prototype weapons plus the Dragonspine weapons requires these bullets right here. So you can only get one. I'm personally going to go for I don't know. I really don't need billets, to be honest. I really don't. But if I am gonna get one, I'm going for the Claymore. The Claymore's gonna help me with a character that I'm building up at the moment. So that'd be nice. Last up is the Dodico Tail. So let's just get back to Barbara and let's just switch her into this new weapon for now. Oh, sorry, this is really nice. But let's talk about this. A children's book filled with childish short stories which one cannot help but laugh. Even those readers who have long reached adulthood cannot help but be absorbed by the innocent life adventures portrayed within. This is pretty much Klee's book. And its main thing is Though the Fetcher, which is normal attacks hits on opponents increase charge attack damage by 16% for 6 seconds, and charge attack hits on opponents increase your base attack by 8% for 6 seconds. So it can really work either way depending on your it can really work with most playstyles that's very DPS heavy. This is a very DPS heavy book, if you cannot catalyst, if you cannot tell. And if you wanna, and once again, just like any other weapon, you can get the enhancement bonus during this event and this event only. Once it goes over, you don't get bonus. But what you really want to do is refine it. And these bands of innocence are the pages that will help it. So let's just max this out real quick, make it R5, as you will be a fool not to go for this, because it's the only way to refine this weapon. There's no other way to get it back. There's no other way to get the version of this weapon. There you go. Now that's maxed. Now we have the normal attack hits opponents increase your charge attack damage by 32% for 6 seconds, and your charge attack hits on opponents increase attack by 16% for 6 seconds. Let's just re-equip that. Let's just re-equip this on Barbara, because she's always gonna be using the Frostbearer. But yeah, if you're planning on running any like DPS mage, 100% the Liquid Tails is right up your alley. High damage output, and not just that, it also increases your damage output for a temporary amount of time as well. That's super useful. That's always useful on any DPS Catalyst user, so definitely go for that, 100%. Last thing I want to show you, now that we show you the rewards. The Golden Apple Archipelago. So, you don't have to panic as much, because it says time remaining is 32 days and 2 hours by the time it's recording. So don't panic. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Like, you don't have to be panicking on like, oh god, because the event only has like 11 days left, I had to grind. Don't worry. You're good for now. But once this thing is over, everything within the Golden Apple Archipelago will disappear in a way. It will no longer be a place to explore. And I actually still recommend you try grinding before the event ends, because you have no idea what to expect next. And what do you want to grind here? Well, I mentioned to you about those like small little mini games in those chests. You have those things. You have that. Those are like primo gems right there. The base one gives you 2, and the second rank gives you 5. The third rank gives you 10, and the highest rank luxurious gives you 20. Now those are like, any primo gem is valuable in my opinion. So plus this is a new exploration. But there are 2 things that you want to focus on. We're gonna go back to Makutenki as well, but there is another thing that you also want to look for. I think we passed by it a few times, and I feel like a lot of people know exactly what this is. But if you are someone that cares about building characters heavily, there's one item that you're looking for, and I swear to God I'll be very sad if we can't find it in the wild, because that'll be super embarrassing. If I don't find it in the wild, I'll just show you, because I have a bunch of them in the inventory. Do I not really have any in the wild? I'll just show you the inventory. So, specifically on this area, you can find the very rare material ACairconditioner. Now, this was actually a leaked item through a character known as Kazuha. Now, if people don't, now a lot of people should know who Kazuha is. He is the very first Inazuma character that'll be coming out. But the weird thing is, the stuff that he needs, it's temporarily available. So if you want to max them out as fast as possible, you want to look for this thing like every single day. Like, you have no, like, every day, because items doesn't respawn, like items doesn't respawn until like the next randomized hour. So anytime you see this, collect it 100%. You need a lot of it, because to max out Kazuha you need about like 168, I think, or something like that. I really don't remember. 168 ACairconditioners. But not just that, but you also need the specific boss drop that he also needs to send, which I'm pretty sure you can guess what it is, are the marionette cores. Those are the things that you get from Makutenki. And you need, I believe, 46 marionette cores to completely max them out to level 90. So, yeah. That's the those are pretty much the only things I could like advise you on the Golden Apple Archipelago, but beyond that, it's just a whole new area for you to explore and just figure out little puzzles about. There are role quests here that unfortunately I'm not going to showcase, as those are things that a lot of other YouTubers does cover, and it's something I don't think I need to cover. Plus, I already started some role quests, then it's gonna be hard to showcase a completed role quest. So no, I know it's unfortunate, but what can I do? I said I could show you as much as possible, but not everything. So, beyond that, this will be the finale of Midsummer Island Adventure. Let's go back to where it all began. Also, the Jean skin is paid, the Barb skin is free. You guys should know that by now. But what's my opinions on the Midsummer Island Adventure? Because I clearly have an opinion about it. It's awesome. This is one of the few times I played an event and I had blast playing with. I mean, like 1.4 Peculiar Wonderland was hilariously fun. Like I really wish that come back. But this, awesome. I don't think there was a single time that I hated it, except for maybe some puzzles that sucked solving. But the minigames were fun. The boat was kind of wonky to control at first, but I got used to it really fast. And the lore behind this island is still mystery, and that's what I appreciate about it. The Jean and Barbara skin designs I think is really nice. Like some people think the Jean's skin is not worth it, and I can see why. Her skin is a bit basic compared to her. You know what? Let's just compare here. We have her base skin, and we have her summer skin. I mean, I think her summer skin fits Jean in a way because Jean is not the type to go on vacations. She's a hard worker. There's a reason why she changed back to her normal clothing. So I think it fits Jean's personality to have a simple summer skin that is not like too expressed or anything like that. Barbara's summer skin I think is excellently designed because it definitely fits Barbara's like playful personality.
Go, Barbara, go!
Like that, thank you, Barbara. And that duck pouch is adorable. I mean, how can you hate the duck? Honestly, this is way better compared to her normal skin, and the fact that it's free just amazes me. Knowing that she's a 4-star character, so thank you, Mihoyo. But overall, this event was awesome. This is exactly what I've been looking for. A brand new area to explore with new stuff to fight. The boss was very interesting. It's kind of tough, but not as nonsense and BS like compared to the stupid wolf fight. Still hate that thing with burning passion. It's not one of those things where I'm gonna outright just rage at not like 24/7 story or not, because this is a really nice boss fight. And the music as well is nice, and I honestly do love the idea of an archipelago being in Genshin Impact. Definitely adds the world building of this place. And overall, it's just a nice little event, just a nice little place just to explore it too. And the story was interesting. Definitely was pleasantly surprised by the twist at the end. And the involvement of the characters as well was awesome, because we haven't seen Diluc in a while. We haven't seen Kaya be too involved in a while. Yeah, like the mix of characters that we got this time around was definitely awesome. It was definitely cool because we get to explore a bit more about their backstory. All Beta's involvement with Alice, that's cool. Please Mother finally being like revealed was also really interesting. And there's definitely a lot more theories that we can get from here. Maybe I'll share some. I don't know. But that'll be it. I think I rambled long enough. That was pretty much the shop. That was pretty much the recommended advice that you want to look out for. And those are my thoughts and opinions of this event. So, next time, I honestly don't know what's coming next, because 1.6 was so focused on this and one other thing, but that's completely different, and that's not an event, that's story. So, I don't know what to say, what I have to say. I guess I'll see you guys in the next event, whether it be in 1.6 or 1.7, who knows. See you guys, and if you enjoyed and you're looking forward to what's coming out next, Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment on what's your favorite part of the 1.6 Midsummer Island program. Not Midsummer Island program. Midsummer Island Adventure. Because I like to hear your opinions on that as well. Beyond that, honestly, just thank you for watching. I'll see you guys then. ACairconditioner, signing out. Have a good one, guys.